Hey, WI Grill Guy here. Today we're going to take this full eye of round and we're going to make cheaper and much more delicious roast beef than what you could ever get at the store. So these come normally with a big fat cap and a lot of silver skin on them. Grab yourself a boning knife or a fillet knife. Work on getting all that cleaned up, get that trimmed off. That stuff will not render when we smoke it, when we grill it, so we want to get that taken off of there. You can see the end here tapers down a little bit. So we're going to cut that off so it's the same size all the way through and it cooks even, because when we're done we want this whole thing to be a nice perfect medium rare. So we're going to get a binder put on here. We're going to use some Worcestershire sauce. We're going to rub that around. That's just going to be to make our seasonings hold on. So once we've got those pieces all coated up with that, we're going to go in with some all-purpose here. This is some salt, pepper, garlic. Get a nice layer of that all the way around on both ends. And then on those small pit pieces that we're putting on there. Then we're going to go in with a little bit of Lowry seasoning salt. Same thing. And then we have a nice layer here of Meat Church Holy Gospel. It's going on the rest here. So once we've got this all seasoned up, everything ready to go, we're going to take this out to the smoker and we're going to let it rip. So here we are. We got a nice little water pan underneath there to keep everything humid inside our smoker. So we're going to let this run at 200 degrees until we hit an internal temp of 120. It's been about 2 hours. Here we are now. We got a nice crust developed on the outside. That eye round is at a 120 degrees internal temp. So now we're going to pull it off and crank that up to 500 degrees. And we're going to get a nice sear all the way around the outside of it. That Maillard reaction is going to give us a lot of flavor on that roast beef when we slice it up. So that's all we're doing here, getting a nice sear all the way around. So once it's rested for a good 20 minutes to a half hour, now we're on the board. We're going to slice it open and see what we're working with here. The main thing you want with this is to slice it as thin as possible. This is just going to be like deli style roast beef. So we crack that open there and kind of see how the inside, we're a perfect medium rare. It was 130 degrees when I pulled it off the pit. So we're going to get some pieces sliced off of there. And we're going to give it a try here while it's nice and warm still. But this is just a taste test. What I like to do is actually take this, put it in the fridge overnight, let it get cooled off, and then you're able to slice it into much thinner pieces, and it's a lot easier to work with. Going to get a couple pieces sliced off here for what we'd like to call pitmaster privilege. You got to sample the goods once it's done. Look at the juices on that board. You know that's going to be good. These are going to make some outstanding deli-style sandwiches.